Sure, no worries. Good evening, everyone. We welcome and invite you to our fifth annual Mid-Atlantic Aphasia Conference. This is our virtual conference. Today is our first session, and we have several presenters, and I will list them for you now. We have Sharon Antonucci from Temple Moss. I'm sorry, Jefferson Moss. We have Jen Derry from National Aphasia Association Ambassadors. We have Gail Dede from the Philadelphia Aphasia Community at Temple. We have Mr. Michael Obel Omia. Yes, cycling across America in 101 poems, a stroke recovery journey. We have Yasmin Faroki Shah from University of Maryland Aphasia Research Center, Matt Weingartner from, he's a MAAC representative. We have Hannah Hornsey from Poems at Speech. Also, we have, we'll be hearing from Laura Malice, Paula Gallagher, and from Aphasia Awareness.
Thank you, Denise.
Thank you.
And so we have some minutes, a little bit of time to talk about how we started the Mid-Atlantic Aphasia Conference. So it was in July 2020. We right during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
It was right after the National Aphasia Awareness Month, and I called Jim Bird and Denise and Jen to see if they wanted to make this conference together. And so we started working on it for a year. And during the time, after the years, we were able to have people to work with us, with Dorothy, and then Kevin, Crystal, Sandy, and Paul, and also and then also Matt, and he's going to talk about it later today. So, but it took it a year to get our events together. We were not sure that we were going to get this in-person one because of the pandemic. So we started also a virtual conference. And the way it happened that we were able to do both of them. So when it went so well that we were able to, we wanted to do a support group. And then the next year in 2021, we started doing in-person meetings and luncheons, in person and on Zoom, to advocate or also teaching people what aphasia is for, like, lawyers and therapists and other organizations. So then we were able to then. After the years, we started to do our support group. We were doing that twice a month now. The first one we have special guests, and then we also have on the second one we have different topics on there. So that's for a conversational group. Then we started doing our mini conference in person. We do our baseball application games, and also our holiday events. Uh, Everything that we've been doing, it's been this year. It's a lot of things that we're doing, and the group that I was just talking about, we do a lot. Each year, each week, we we meet, and it's very. And then I'm always emailing people. Oh, could we do this or we do that? So, but for this month, we've already had our Thunder game on the 8th, on the 6th. Uh, right now, we're doing our virtual conference. On the 10th, we're going to do Talk Slow Day. And then Mark, no, excuse me, uh, Matt is going to talk about the one in Long Island. And then we also were going to the Sunday stroll. But I think that we're have a lot of things are going. So hopefully you can be with us either on Zoom or in person. Um, thank you. And Denise, not Denise, thank you very much. And Sharon, would you like to go next? Do you want to share your screen?
Yes, thank you. That would be great.
Okay.
Okay. So can everyone see
Mm.
that?
Mhm.
Excellent.
Yes.
Okay. So I am Sharon Antonucci. I am the director of the Aphasia Center at Jefferson Moss McGee Rehabilitation. We were founded, some of you may know us as the Moss Rehab Aphasia Center. And this is an exciting year for us. We are celebrating our 30th anniversary this year.
Mm.
So we're very,
Oh.
very excited to have lots going on. So the Aphasia Center is a collaboration between Jefferson Moss McGee Rehabilitation Hospital and the Jefferson Moss Rehabilitation Research Institute. And so we are able to provide services and we offer programs kind of across the continuum of rehab. So we have and I'll tell you about all of these programs in a little bit greater depth, but we have a traditional speech language treatment program. We have many programs that run out of our Aphasia Activity Center. And then we have
Slowly.
slower.
Yes.
You got it.
Yes.
So we have three parts of our center. The first is traditional speech language treatment, so speech therapy. We have a lot of programs in our Aphasia Activity Center, and we have research opportunities through the Aphasia Center and also through the Research Institute. And oh, am I not advancing? There we go. And so across all of our programs, we offer services for people who have chronic aphasia. So aphasia that is, for example, from a stroke or a traumatic brain injury, or some people have aphasia after they have surgery for a tumor. And then we also offer services to people who have progressive aphasia. So people who have a degenerative process like Alzheimer's, but not because it affects language more than other kinds of skills. You may hear my dogs in the background.
Woof, woof.
Yeah, exactly right. That's exactly right. Okay, so first I'll tell you about our traditional treatment program. So this is our ACT or Advanced Clinical Therapy Program. Again, for people living with either chronic or progressive aphasia. And this is traditional treatment with a speech language pathologist, so a speech therapist. We do assessment, including using assessments that were developed right on site by the researchers. And our clinicians use a variety of different kinds of aphasia treatments, and they design individualized programs. We call them person-centered programs that include a special development of home practice programs. So even for people who live farther away, they can come in and build a home practice program and then go and implement it with their local speech therapist.
Okay.
This program happens in person on our Elkins Park campus with our fabulous speech therapist, Colleen, whose photo is there. It's not the best photo, but she's fabulous. And so that's traditional speech therapy. And we very often incorporate family members directly into the sessions. Then we have our activity center, which offers both virtual and in-person options. One of our core programs are our conversation cafes. These happen every week, once a week, and it's a group of people with aphasia who come and just chat about whatever they feel like chatting about that week. And it is led by a speech therapist. Most of our groups right now are virtual, so available to anyone, no matter where they live. And we also are fortunate to be able to offer an in-person group in Center City, in Philadelphia, with the wonderful Dr. Lindsay Cater, who may or may not be on the call. And again, those are all weekly conversation groups. We have a weekly book club where, again, facilitated by a speech therapist. The group members choose the books. And they spend anywhere between 10 and 14 weeks reading the book and talking about maybe a chapter each week. And then we have our virtual variety hour. So in this group, we play games, we write stories. One time we wrote a holiday song. We went on a virtual field trip to New York City. So we do lots of things in this virtual variety hour. We also offer a couple of different technology opportunities. We have a computer lab where people can work on anything from relearning how to use Excel to practicing aphasia apps. I worked with one person who was writing a book, and he wanted to learn how to use speech to text because speaking for him was actually easier than having to write it out. And as part of that, we also offer online our virtual resource library, where we have a number of video tutorials on how to personalize practice apps and create other kinds of home practice opportunities. And as you may notice, pretty much anything and everything that I do is going to involve at least one photo of a dog. And my Maggie turns up quite a bit in my materials. Speaking of technology, sort of, we also offer education programs for people with aphasia and their friends and family. Sometimes these are virtual and they're recorded, and so they become a part of our resource library. And sometimes they are in person or virtual, and they're not recorded. And so that's a time when people can really have conversations about the various topics. And we cover a variety of topics. Just a quick minute, again, sort of speaking about technology. Some of you may be following the National Aphasia Association Speech Bubble Tour. They're doing a whole road trip all month on social media. So I can give you a little hint if you're playing along with the guessing for the road trip locations. Keep an eye out on June 20th. For those of you who have access to Philly, keep an eye out on this building here. Many of you may recognize it. For a special Aphasia Awareness Month message, which was spearheaded by my wonderful colleague, Sarah Lance, who runs a monthly aphasia group at McGee, at the Riverfront McGee location. Okay, so as I said, one of the programs closest to my heart that we offer at the Aphasia Center is the Persons with Aphasia Training Dogs program. And through this program, people with aphasia learn how to use what are called positive reinforcement techniques to train dogs. And people can work with their own dog one-on-one. We come right to your house and work with you and your dog. And we also offer groups, PAT groups. We're able to offer those at our Elkins Park location with our wonderful employee, Kaya, one of our facility dogs, and then also down at the McGee Riverfront with another exceptional employee, Una, which is another one of our facility dogs. So you have a few different options of how to participate if you have a dog or if you are interested in dogs but don't have a dog, or lots of options. And then the last thing I'll tell you about is a brand new program that you guys are getting it hot off the press. We just announced it this afternoon. We're running a little bit of a math camp in August for people with aphasia who would like to work on their feeling, how comfortable they feel with numbers. And that'll be an in-person math camp at our Elkins Park location. And facilitated by me and a math educator, Dr. Aaron Orzek, who also happens to be my husband. So you will get to listen to us bicker and get a few laughs out of that as well. So thank you so much. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them to me via email or call, or let Mark know and he can pass them on to us.
Thank you very much. A lot
Thank
of
you.
information.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jen, you will be next.
Sorry, I'm not talking. I was muting. This is my Jen Derry, and I am part of Ambassador. So this is about National Aphasia Association Ambassador Program, and I'm sure half of you guys all the way are part of it. So this is amazing.
Do you want to share your screen?
Oh, what, you can't see?
No, we
I
can't.
think she is sharing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
see it.
yeah.
I can
do.
see it.
I see it.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Good.
Come on, Mark.
We'll keep going. For some reason, I can't see it, but I will.
Yeah.
Okay. Our mission, the mission of the NAA Ambassador Program is to build a group of people who work together to raise public awareness and understanding of aphasia through advocacy. NAA aphasia ambassadors play a vital role in educating business doesn't it feels weird. Service organizations, civic organizations, faith-based groups, and the general public,
Huge.
pro providing information that is meaningful in understanding the national and challenging of aphasia. Okay. So about the program. So as we all know that there are 2 million people that have aphasia in the USA, but we also, it is 15 million people in the whole world. So it's not just in USA, but it's kind of, we're still building the world of the whole world. So it's pretty cool as well. Anyone who wants to raise awareness can be an aphasia ambassador. There, we have 344 applicants since launched in late January of 2025. So that's 1 year and a half now. So we have 344 people. Applicants from 45 states and 10 other countries as well. We're still growing. We're still definitely growing. So those countries are from Canada, Mexico, Colombia, Ireland, Australia, Africa, Asia, and even more. So this is pretty cool.
Wow.
So 45% applicants have aphasia and 56 of others. And so others might be like caregivers, friends, or SLPs, and even more people part of it. So right now we have 39% of applicants report have experience with aphasia advocacy. How to become an ambassador. We fill out an online application. So yeah, right here we have it right here, the online, but it's also pretty easy to what's this happen now? Sorry, I don't know what happened. Ugh. Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Yep.
Taking this back off again.
There it is.
I was trying to say it's easier going on your website, but now it's not as easy right now. But usually it is. If you go on the website or for NAA, if you can go to your ambassador there, and it's just like a click.
Yeah.
Review the origination, PowerPoint, and ambassador confirmation form, which is we email to you. Sign and return the confirmation form. Receive email providing access, a base camp, your ambassador certification, which is kind of right here, and also
Awesome.
a card. So in like an ID card to give to you guys.
That's awesome.
And also you join your base camp to review, download, and print desired resources. So a base camp, if you don't know what it is just pretty easy. It's just like a web-based platform. So it gets all information for resources or documents, and then it's and all of the 344 people we can all are connect together. So we can be um, a message board or we can chat. So it's just something that both, it's a great raising that we can kind of go together.
Awesome.
It's nice. And also six, join the NAA Confirmation Hub on Facebook and post your advocacy activities. So this is from Facebook. Then we always try to tell you guys, hey guys, we did this, we did advocacy, we did this, or we always tell, we're all kind of sharing all of it together. How the NAA supports ambassadors. The program provides the PowerPoint, their handouts, pro promotional items, and video links and ambassadors to use their advocacy efforts. So we actually have, and I can tell you about more little examples, but we have more than 20 items for people can kind of pick what they decide, and they can put onto their library or doctors or restaurants or anywhere, just kind of giving this information, just giving telling what the word is.
Uh, Jen, we only have like about a minute. You have like a good just hit
Okay, okay, okay.
the
Okay, wait, real quick.
okay.
Okay, so we have town halls. We also have a group um, which is called an Ambassador Support Group. So this is very great for people as well to give information. Okay, this was one of the resources. I thought that one of our first one was kind of yesterday or today, and it was called Aphasia, the dollar. So I thought this was pretty neat that somebody did that. And so we can spread the word with all more information for shirts, for fall walls with their tables or bracelets, and as well. And then this is just more, again, as ambassadors spreading the word. So this was just what the national, they did the proclamation for all of these states here, and even probably more, because this was just on a couple of days ago. Okay, and then how can you become involved? Here is the information. So we can just, I can give you more information later.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Jen.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
very good.
Awesome.
Good job, Jen.
Good job. Yes, and Gail, do you want to share your screen?
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't know. Just give me half a second because it's going to be messy at first, and then it'll get better.
Mhm.
All right. Hopefully everyone can see this okay.
Yes.
So my name is Gail Deedy, and I am the director of the Philadelphia Aphasia Community at Temple University, or PACT. And we work within the life participation approach to aphasia, which probably many of you have heard of. But basically, what this means is that we are focused on helping people live successfully with aphasia and be able to participate in activities that they want to be able to do. So at PACT, we have lots of different activities that we have. So there are traditional groups, and by these I mean groups that you find in lots of different aphasia centers. So we have conversation-based groups. Chat is our sort of traditional conversation group. We have a spirituality group where we talk about the meaning of life. We do activities-based groups, such as games, and a technology group. And then we do a language-based group called storytelling, where we work on telling clear stories with a lot of content in them. We also have research opportunities at Temple. My research personally focuses on group conversation treatment, but we do other kinds of research as well. We offer some individual speech therapy, and all of our services are free of charge.
Awesome.
We also have a very active advocacy group called Impact, and I see many of our Impact members here.
Yeah.
So impact projects to date include presentations to raise aphasia awareness. So we've talked to different students, rehabilitation students, speech therapy students, physical therapy students, students interested in being EMTs. We have talked to politicians, we've talked to a legal aid center, we've talked to senior centers. We went to a music therapy conference in Harrisburg and to an aphasia access conference in Pittsburgh. We organize annual celebrations of Aphasia Awareness Month. And we also participated in Districts Week, which was a part of the Pennsylvania Coalition for Aphasia Advocacy. So Impact was one of the co-founding groups of the Pennsylvania Coalition for Aphasia Advocacy. And we have people from across the state, big centers in Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, but also some representation in Harrisburg and north of Philadelphia and different areas. And Districts Week was a project to meet with our local legislators in our hometowns to raise aphasia awareness. And we had 17 meetings, at least, with Pennsylvania legislators across the state. PACT also does a lot with the arts. So creative art therapies, even when they haven't been carefully researched in terms of how they work, we know that they engage the mind broadly. We know that they offer opportunities to practice both verbal and nonverbal communication. And it's an opportunity for psychosocial support. And also they're fun. So we have a theater improv group that we will be running in fall 2026. This is a collaboration with a professional teacher of improv. And we do theater games, scene work, and we work on creativity and persistence in communication. I'll tell you, I have never laughed as hard as I have laughed in our improv group. My cheeks hurt. We also have an art group where we create art sometimes in response to prompts like, what does aphasia feel like? These are some pictures from our art group and some of our members. We did a aphasia rocks project. And we actually had an art show this past March where our art group and some other members of the community had an art show on Temple's campus. PACT also has a lot of music. So we have individual music therapy. We have, and music helps with singing. We do songwriting. It's a way to work on communication and also to talk to people that you know and love. So we have the Pact Singers, and this is us in action. I have a video, but I think I probably don't have time to play it. But we perform mostly around Temple's campus, but we are, always happy to go on the road. And this summer, brand new, hot off the presses, we're having a tango therapy project. So the Tango Therapy Project is a tango program for people with Parkinson's disease, and they're launching a pilot study for people who have aphasia due to stroke. So Thursdays from 1:30 to 3 o'clock on Temple's main campus from July 15th to August 20th. We're going to be doing an adapted tango program specifically for people who have had stroke and who have aphasia. So we had our training on Saturday. This past Saturday, I learned how to tango, and I learned how to break the fall of my 6'2" husband. This coming fall, this is the snippet of our schedule for fall 2026. So we'll have on Zoom our impact group and our storytelling group. And then Thursday, we're in person. We have a art hive drop-in. So that's just if you want to do art, you can bring your materials. We have materials here and you just work together with friends. And then we'll have a more formal art group where we're going to be talking about more specific artists and doing more like art projects. We'll be doing theater improv, chat, and spirituality group as well. I know I'm almost out of time, but for Aphasia Awareness Month, I wanted to let you know, Sharon had mentioned that June 20th and I believe 21st, there'll be a message from Jefferson Moss McGee on the Pico Crown Lights, and on June 13th and 22nd, and already on the 1st from PACT. So that means that 5 days this month, there'll be an aphasia awareness message on the Pico Crown Lights. And also we have an aphasia month resolution that's been proposed in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives and in the Senate, actually, but the one in the Senate is held up on committee. If you have any Republican Senate members and you would like to harass them to try to get it out of the Senate committee, my understanding is that's what it will take. And so just to conclude, this is who we are, this is how to reach me, and this is our website. PACT is fun for the whole family, and I hope you'll join us.
You,
Nice, nice.
yes, yes.
It's wonderful.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Wish they had
Good.
that here,
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
And so this will for Michael. This will be yours.
First, thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm very blessed to work with people. I love working with people, and I really enjoy Mark Harder for doing poetry twice a month. And I'm very blessed by Mark Harder in an opportunity. So thank you very much. 4 years ago, in June 2022, I cycled across America in 101 poems. And this is the poem, a book that I've written now on Amazon.com. Again, on 20 June, Saturday, 20 June 2026, I will read from this poem. Now, this is my stroke. On 21 of May 2016, 10 years ago, I had a stroke, an ischemic stroke with aphasia. I had 3 days in Rhode Island Hospital, then 37 days in Spalding Rehabilitation Hospital. It's a beautiful place in Charlestown, Massachusetts, but I hated it. Absolutely hated it. It's a beautiful place, but I was so frustrated to do more.
Sorry, sorry. Let me go back. Sorry. There you go. Sorry.
Thank you. And I was determined to teach. I've been teaching for 28 years, teaching English, taught at director of director of admission at Roxbury Latin, head of upper school at University School. I was the head of school at Paul Cuffey School, and the assistant headmaster of Cambridge Friends. I loved teaching. I loved it very much. But 21 of May 2016, I never had anything about this 10 years ago. I could not speak or comprehend simple sentences, but I was determined, improving, always improving, every day, working every day. And I'm blessed by people who come every day to talk about this on Zoom. Today, Anne-Marie Albiston from Maine this morning at 10 o'clock to 11:30. And I also talked to people at Black American Aphasia Conversation and this one. Stroke Across America, founded by Deborah Meyerson, a brilliant woman from Michigan who went to MIT and was a Stanford University professor of education at their Stanford University. She had a stroke 2010, paralyzed by a lot of things, and her husband Steve Zuckerman were wonderful, wonderful, wonderful life. Um, they became my friends with Deborah Meyerson with a great book, Stroke Identity. And I read the book with the book club, and I was so impressed by Deborah Meyerson. And I worked with him, I talked to him every day of things I could do every day. And in January 2022, Deborah emailed me and said, Michael, can you cycle across America? And I said, absolutely. So I trained and trained and trained to do this. Now, to do this, I live in Rhode Island, Barrington, Rhode Island. Rhode Island is very flat. It's flat, 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 flat. Every day in March, every day I do 25 miles, getting better every day. But in the first few days in June, I learned that Montana has many heights. I planned a cross-country bicycle ride to raise awareness, and people sent me money, GoFundMe, 17,000 worth of money to do this. And I'm so blessed by that. And I went from Missoula, Montana, Lolo, Montana, small town, to Revere Beach in Massachusetts. Step two. Now, my writing process. Every day on the journal, I wrote about what I did, saw, and I felt the day. Every day today, every day since December 2016, I wrote a journal every single day since then, over 3,000 letters every single day about what happened that day. And every day that I went out there and cycled 5 hours, 7 hours, 10 hours, I was exhausted, but I still wrote musings about it. Um, I then wrote poems about this because of cycling in the journal. Next, please. Now, there are 87 days. There are 100 days of this with 16 events, but my son, Jackson Obelamia, my son, he was graduated from Bates College. And so I went to his graduation on 87 days. There were 13 states, 3,183 miles, and one bike. One bike, Specialized, $3,000. I'm Specialized again. GoFundMe. I bought a Specialized, $3,000. It's beautiful. This is the actual journey for a while from Oregon, Astoria, Oregon, all the way through Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado,
Wow.
Nebraska, all these places, all the way up to Chicago. And then, of course, it had between Indiana, Michigan, Canada, Massachusetts. Great place. Next. It's a beautiful and challenging landscapes, exhilarating and harsh weather experiences, The reminders of the shared history, overcoming, all the people there. There were some days, there were four of us with Steve Zuckerman, Deborah Meyerson, Whitney Harding, and I. Four of us were there cycling. And some days there were 100 people who were cycling this last day in Concord on 27 August. Um, there were 100 people that day, but most days were four of us just cycling very hard. The value of community is incredible. It just can't be done anyway. It's what I so remember is that every single day I was exhausted from all the work I did, 8 hours exhausted, but we all met together and ate and chatted. It was wonderful. I had two women with us, Emily Tarkoff and Alex Rubin, at the time a rising junior at Washington University, and Alex Rubin, a rising senior. They rode every other day. One day Monday, one on Tuesday, some days Wednesday, some days Thursday, and so they're there every day to do this. It was incredible. Now there's 28 hills uphill. Happened on 14 June. Flag Day was was in Idaho through Wyoming. And it was very hard. I have it on poem, but I know I lose time. But it was a powerful, powerful day climbing up 28 hills. Incredible. And then, of course, while I was there, I went in Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri. And I got to Missouri when I landed in Missouri and we stopped at the Mississippi. I said, okay, I'm gonna do this now. I had in Montana, I had struggles in Colorado, I had trouble in Colorado and Nebraska and Kansas. On Kansas, 9 June 2022, I have a huge, huge eye. And I was concussion for 3 days, but then I was back the next
Oh my
day,
God.
cycling away. It was wonderful. This here from Illinois to Indiana to Michigan to Canada, New York, then Massachusetts. And on that day, 27 June, I finished. I finished this on 30 miles. Said, okay, we'll do that day. 87 days, always cycling. And we cycled. And we stopped at Revere Beach. Revere Beach is the oldest beach in the country. And I stopped there and they said, Michael, you're done. I said, what? You're done. We're finished? We're gonna do anything? Yes. I just burst out and started crying, crying and crying, crying. Oh my God, I finished. I finished day, 87 days. So what I say when takeaways, overcoming personal challenges supports recovery. A lot of days I was tough, but I had to do it every day. 64 miles, so that'll run. Could be raining that day, but tough, tough anyway. No matter how bad it was, just had a cycle. In Canada, 75 miles, a nice flat road, but just rained all day from 8 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon in thunder rain all day. We made it. Celebrate wins, small wins. What I love about this idea is that there are small wins. A small day, if you climb uphill, I would see this and I think about, okay, Michael, you can make this now. I can do this 60 miles, 50 feet, and I get to the top of that and said, okay, let's go 100 feet, small wins every single day. The whole thing is magnificent. I'm so blessed and so grateful for this. Mark Harder is an incredible idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael. And his book, we're going to donate that book to the Bucks County Stroke Support Group, and we're doing a library there. So thank you,
Awesome.
Michael.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much.
Michael.
God bless you. And today, this
That
morning,
is,
Yes.
I cycled 7 miles to 426 Fitness with a bar. So every day I'm still cycling.
Yeah,
It's,
yes,
it's so expensive because gas right now is $4 for
Yeah,
a
you're
gallon.
correct.
So
You're correct.
I'm not doing it anymore. I
Yes,
just I just cycle now. Just cycle. That's what I do now. Can't stand it.
thank you, Michael. Yeah, Yasmin, would you want to share? There you go. Okay, thank you.
I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Um,
Okay.
are
Good
you Mike?
evening, everyone.
Oh,
My
okay, there
name
you
is Yasmin Faruqi Shah. I am a professor at the University of Maryland, and I direct the Aphasia Research Center. And this research center has been around since 2005, so almost 21 years now. We have a large team of students, postdocs, and doctoral students who help me with the research work. Our goal is to improve the lives of people with aphasia, and we do that by better understanding aphasia, helping diagnose aphasia better, particularly in bilingual speakers where there are no proper assessments. We also work on improving therapies for aphasia and then improving training for caregivers of people who have aphasia. So in terms of better therapies for aphasia, we apply research findings and then tweak and fine-tune our therapies to produce better outcomes. So here is an example of a chart. On the bottom, we have the days in therapy. And then what you see, the line is how the person improved in speaking in sentences after the therapy. Um, Currently, we have a new therapy study that's looking at improving your sentences by using what's called implicit or automatic training. We also have studies, and we just got a new grant to improve therapies for aphasia using artificial intelligence or AI. We used input feedback from people with aphasia, and we developed a few tools that people can use. And we are going to advance this work even more over the next year with a new grant that we got. So we have apps or systems that use AI to double check words, generate sentences from words, check your sentences, and then prepare narratives. So we have 4 different apps. Then we are also working on better diagnosis for people with aphasia, and this includes cognitive assessments as well as language assessments for people with aphasia. And we have just released a Spanish English aphasia battery for diagnosing Spanish English speakers with aphasia. We have also worked as an outreach activity, improving training for caregivers and friends of people with aphasia. And in July, we will be offering a training, virtual training, specifically for MAAC. And everybody is welcome. It's going to be a free training. It's on 2 Tuesdays. And in between these 2 Tuesdays, you'll have some work to do, homework to do, so that you can learn. And currently, we are also recruiting for a study funded by the National Institutes of Health. And this is the study that I'm really particularly interested in having all of you participate if you're able. The study recruits both people with aphasia as well as family members, as long as you're over 45 years of age. So it's all about understanding why some people with aphasia have difficulty with sentences and grammar and some don't. So it involves behavioral testing via Zoom. So you can be located anywhere in the United States
Yes, yes.
and you
Yes,
can
yes.
participate. And then if you're local and can come to Maryland, there's also a brain imaging part. Again, both people with aphasia and those without aphasia are welcome to participate, and we hope you will. So here's a little more detail. The behavior study, like I said, is online. You can participate from your home as long as you can do Zoom and have a computer. We first do an aphasia evaluation like a speech therapist would do, and we will send you our results. And then that will be followed by some computer tasks like naming pictures, words, and so on. And we pay $20 per hour, and it typically takes about 4 to 5 hours. So if you participate in the behavioral portion, the online study, you can expect to earn about $100. Then there is the brain imaging part, which of course requires you to come to University of Maryland, and we use both magnetoencephalography to look at how your brain is functioning, and we use the same computer tasks that you would be using on Zoom. And then we also use MRI to get a picture of the brain. Both brain imaging techniques are very safe. And you need to have had participated in the behavioral study first. So we can match your brain activity with your computer activity. And this is also paid at $20 per hour. And it takes about 3 to 4 hours because there are two brain imaging techniques. You can do them on the same day, or you can do them on 2 different days.
Okay.
And why should you participate? Because you, as a person with aphasia, are the expert on aphasia, and only you can tell us how aphasia works so that we, as researchers, can better understand how to help and improve our therapies. You can interact with other researchers and other participants, and therefore it also helps you connect with others because aphasia can be socially isolating. And your family members, like I said, are also welcome to participate because we need what we call a control group of people without aphasia. And for people who don't have aphasia, we actually have a registry called CALM. And this is a registry where your name will be saved. And if there are any studies at the University of Maryland that involve people over 45 years of age, we will contact you. And the information is kept private. Only me and 2 other professors are able to access the information. So you can sign up as well. And so how do you participate? You can visit our website, you can email us, or you can call us. So if you have a camera, you're welcome to take a picture of this, or I'm sure Mark will send the information to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Yes, yes,
Thank
Great
yes.
job.
you.
Oh,
Wonderful.
I want your can I have you have your phone number?
Yes.
Yes.
Shall I type it in the chat?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Email as well. Email as well.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, thank you, Yasmin.
I got to get my paper.
Well, that's me. That's me.
It's Mark. I have it, so I'm gonna just be sharing.
Okay, share it, Ken, please. Thank you. I was working for and
You muted it.
There you go.
All good?
Yes.
Okay. Introduction to. My name is Matthew Weingartner. I live in Long Island, New York. I have a stroke and I have aphasia. I am a board member for National Aphasia Association, and I am a chairperson for Outreach Committee. This year, a certificate of special Congressman, um, for 2026 Aphasia Awareness Month this year for National Aphasia Association. Recognized this month. And it's really good. Me and the team and raise awareness. The beginning. Um, oop, sorry about that. Uh, okay. In 2006, after the EKG exam, for my college baseball physical, so I went to a cardiologist for clearance and a major problem, diagnosed with a heart condition, uh, and um, and um and the for me is the valve is leaking. So diagnosed with ascending aorta aneurysm. I was 18 years old. Uh Major ischemia stroke, April 18th, 2018. I was 3.5 months after my second open heart surgery. Uh, the I got a blood bacterial infection, endocarditis, lining of the valve, uh, shoot in my heart, traveling and break off, traveling to my valve, and eventually, as a massive stroke. I was 30 years old. Uh, After my stroke, and I have aphasia, so uh, for June Aphasia Awareness Month all over New York State, uh, um, June 4th, 2023 on Sunday. I met Senator Steve Rhodes, really good friends, friends and family, uh, raise awareness for the building in Massapequa. And Hofstra University and Post College spoke and recognized for proclamation. Now it's about this year. It's for 4 years ago. So it's still to this day every year to raise awareness. Uh, County executive in Nassau County, June 18th, 2024. The declared that June Aphasia Awareness Month, and I spoke at the Roosevelt um, Theodore Roosevelt and Legislature building, and I was featured in News 12. And then it's lighting of the dawn in Mineola. About 20 people comes to support the June Aphasia Awareness Month, recognized for And the dome is it's and raise awareness and lots of people take a picture, social media too, and all that stuff. And gonna do it again tomorrow. It's the county executive. I'm going to go to the building for ceremony for proclamation again. And on Sunday, I'm going to do it at nighttime for raise awareness again. Um, about one year ago, designated Suffolk County passed the bill that June Aphasia Awareness Month 1 year ago, and really good in Suffolk County. So we're bringing awareness for New York, in Long Island too, and all of United States now. All right. I am a Mac, so I got my hat, and I went to Pennsylvania maybe about 4 months ago. I met Mark. It's for friends for a very long time, but I went there for first time.
Yeah.
And really good for friendship. And now it's I'm a team member too. So
Congratulations. Thank you.
yeah, absolutely.
Good job.
Yes.
Good job.
And now it's the excited news for Mid-Atlantic Aphasia Conference for Friday, June 19th. It's Long Island Ducks game versus the Storm, and I'm gonna be speaking and we're bringing awareness for Long Island to spread awareness one more time. And I got the bracelet too, and I got the shirt too. So you be in the area wise too. It's the I have it's all can welcome too. So
Yeah, if you're near
I'm
big,
Long
busy.
Island Ducks.
yeah. And one more slide too. I have a matter of Matt tells about my story, my journey, and inspiration. I on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube, or follow me LinkedIn and more things on the website too. So, and that's it. I'm gonna share.
Great
Uh,
job,
great
Matt.
job.
yeah,
Great job.
Matt,
Thank you.
Matt,
yeah,
go next.
yeah. Yeah, this is it's 8:30 too. So,
Okay. Hannah, are you here? Hannah? I don't think she's here. So I did email her and also text her, but Laura and Paula, are you able to go next?
Sure.
Sure. I will go there right now. And there you go.
Starts with Paula.
Did you send me a whole?
We didn't send you, I don't think we sent you, I didn't send you anything.
No, you
Don't
didn't.
know how to do that anymore. I have to relearn it.
Oh, do you want to share it? Your
Um,
or you
well, is Paula there? I was just going to speak, but Paula's going first.
okay, Paula? You're muted, Paula.
That would help. Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
Over there.
when Mark invited Laura and I to do a presentation, starting an aphasia event in your area, we were very honored. This event is called Aphasia Awareness, and you have seen the flyer. It's at our local library in Madison, Connecticut on June 16th. One more week. Laura and I met online at one of the National Aphasia Association events. We learned that we lived 15 minutes apart in the shoreline of Connecticut. We got together and discovered that we each wanted to do a presentation about aphasia. Now my friend in aphasia is Laura. So who is it for? You know, we wanted to see how many people have aphasia in the area that we live in. There are a lot of support groups for stroke, but no in-person groups for aphasia. We decided to reach out to the aphasia community and their caregivers and family and professional and those who wanted to know more about aphasia. Laura and I started alone, and we tossed around some ideas. Next, Laura's speech therapist, Sherry, decided to join us. That was the icing on the cake. So the three of us met on Zoom for about 3 months to outline the program. What are we going to talk about? And how much time do we have to talk? We each have different skills. Sherry can explain the science of the brain and aphasia. Paula has done a lot of events before I had my stroke. And Laura has a background in publicity. Laura and Paula were very busy. Finding a space, the #1 priority. We both agreed on the library. And library and language, they go together. And it's free. We worked on the flyer, bio of the presenters, handouts, and aphasia references. We decided to do a film to close the event, a 7-minute trailer of Afterwards, a documentary about people who have aphasia. It's a very good film. And you can find it on YouTube. Now we have to go questions and answers, all in 1 hour. Practice, practice, practice. Rehearsal and timing, that's essential. Who will come? That's Laura's skill, publicity. Laura!
I'm here. I I almost lost my um, I almost lost my phone to work, so I had to move my location. But we're all set now. Um, I am supposed to talk about. I'm supposed to talk about what we did uh, when we were trying to get people to come to the event and other things. We really had two goals. One was to build publicity up for people to come and work at the on the 16th at the event, and the other is to talk to people about aphasia, because what we've noticed along the shoreline and pretty much everywhere I go to in Connecticut is not very many people know what aphasia is. They, of course, know what stroke is, but they don't know what aphasia is unless they're nurses, it seems like. Um, the we initiated in 4 areas. We developed a flyer, we worked on email, we worked on social media, and we talked to people. And we've been working on this for about 2 months. The easy things that we did were focusing on the library, senior centers, the coffee and cafe and bookstores, and giving them our flyer and talking to everybody we see. Paul and I used to walk together in various towns looking for places to put our flyers. That was the easiest part of the job. But we were very ambitious. And the next thing was we wanted to do more than just hand out flyers. That is, I don't think that's the way to build real support for an organization to come to a big event. So then we started to work on email. I learned how to do templates. It only took 8 hours to figure out how to do a template. But once I got it, then it became very easy doing emails because you could move around very easily and make small changes and be consistent. And we started doing the emails with businesses, community groups, rehabs, um, SLP groups, really anyone we could think of that might be interested in stroke, aphasia, wanting to go to school as a speech therapist, that kind of thing. We also extended beyond our community into the 4 universities in Connecticut that have SLP in the universities. And I over the last year, I've met 3 of the universities, and Paula met the 4th one. So we got involved with the universities. We worked with churches and sent emails with churches. Believe it or not, every single church put us in their newsletter. We have been hearing a lot about how important EMTs are and firemen, because they are the first people that see what happens when a stroke gets involved. And so we wrote to all the EMTs and firemen along the shoreline. That was five groups. And one wrote me and said that they were going to give the flyer to everyone with EMT and fire in Brantford, Connecticut, and all the companies that they work with. I thought that was awesome. And then we actually reached out to the first selectman. A first selectman in Connecticut is actually a mayor. So we reached out to all the mayors, and by talking to people, we learned that someone had a father who had stroke or who had aphasia. So they ended up passing out the flyers to everyone in their city. At the same time that we were working on email, we were working on social media, which meant we had to learn how to do social media. But and that was essentially Facebook, Instagram. And what we did there was not focus so much on the event, but more on the people that have aphasia and what it feels like to have aphasia and how one feels about it. And it happens that in one of the groups that I wrote to was in my town. They have 15,000 members, and I wrote about my life with aphasia in a very positive kind of way, just little things that I thought might be interesting. As of now, I've that more than 250 people have looked at my letter or that article I wrote for Facebook, and 40 people wrote articles back about their experience or their experience in a different situation or their interest in coming to the meeting. So that as these things developed, I became more and more encouraged that we were going in the right direction. And last week, the major rehab center in Connecticut, it's called Gaylord, they have become more interested in what we're doing. And that also to me is like it's going in the right direction. There are people listening to what they're hearing about aphasia. It's not something that's discussed a lot here. When I hear about Philadelphia, it's like, awesome. We can only learn what you're doing, not be examples. But who knows, in a few years, we may be able to become part of the Philadelphia world of aphasia.
Absolutely.
We also developed a relationship with the Brain Injury Association of Connecticut. And they're actually going to be there on the 16th representing the Brain Injury Association. And again, I think that's a very I feel these are the kind of connections that we can only move forward with. What was surprising to me about all of this is that we started very small with a few people, a library room, some emails, some Facebook and Instagram. We talked to people one by one on what aphasia is. We 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 heard about Gaylord's interest in what we were doing. We are excited by what brain injury is doing, and we talked to a lot of people about what aphasia was, and most of them had never heard of it unless they were nurses or they had a family member. Many people with aphasia many people are isolated and they're invisible. It's my goal to step forward and show a goal to improve awareness for aphasia, understanding, and conversation about it. And I'm hoping people with aphasia and brain injury feel less alone as a result of what we're all doing. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Wow. Thank you very much. And I think you really I think you got all the bases uh all uh covered. Yeah, you're doing really well. Um I wish I started the way you did. So, but here, this is great. Right now, Hannah, I do not think is here, and I don't have a PowerPoint for it. But what I just want to talk about is Hannah um, is Hannah about over 2 years ago. She emailed me to see if she could uh, help me or just observe what poems and speech was. And so during the 2 years, Hannah has been a a great resource for me and our group, as because she is a SLP, and she she's been moving a lot. She has been into she was in college at the University of New York for to be an SLP. Once she got a job, she moved to uh, northern New York, and she was there for about a year or so. And now she has a job at Jefferson University or hospital, and we were actually to meet in person for the first time. So, and if I haven't actually, I think hopefully everybody knows what Poems and Speech is, but I will just say really quick that Poems and Speech was we started that on 2020, and we asked people to share their poems on Zoom. People that have aphasia, and it asked them to say read their poems out loud. Now, some people, it's very, very hard for them to do. They might get tired, or maybe they can't at all. Some of our groups can, all these people that in our group are very intellectual, uh, and they really think in a different way. Everyone has a different way of thinking, and all their poems are like a a pattern of uh, of the group. Everybody does a little bit differently, and some people can read a lot very well. Some people can't, but it's a great group. And I right now, let me see. There's one, two, three,
Yeah. Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or maybe more people in this group right now are doing poems and speech with us. So we might not be here all the time, and uh, but you're welcome to come every time, anytime that you're able to come back again and bring a poem. If not, that'd be great. If not, you can just be there to observe or to you have something to share. So it's a great group, and I hope that everyone will come by someday. So, but I know it's 1 minute after, uh, so I think we did pretty well. Hopefully, I didn't try to get people to get them say, "Hey, you got to go fast." But so I hope hopefully it went well.
Talk slow, talk slow.
Yes, and we are going to talk about that. We didn't actually talk about that. If you give me 2 minutes uh, on uh, Wednesday at 2 o'clock p.m. on Eastern Time, uh, if you want to come there for the group for Talk Slow Day, and yes, Yasmin will be there. She has she's going to talk about talking slow and listening. So so if you want anybody that's here, you will probably get the link, and you can come if you like, and hopefully we will record that too.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Great job, Mark Harder.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
You
Mark
bet.
Harder.
Yes, yes.
It's tremendous. Thank you.
Okay, and I will
Good job,
go.
everybody.
Thank you. And I'll go-
Great time. Well
Night,
spent.
everyone.
Good job.
Thanks, everybody.